I'm in Madrid. I'm here at the invitation of a group called Annobon. They are the national organization of the people of Annobon. Annobon is an island located off the coast of Africa, which the international community currently recognizes as being part of Equatorial Guinea. But 2 years ago, the people there declared independence as the Republic of Annobón. Now, the government of the Republic of Annobón is in exile, and because Annobon is a former Spanish colony, most of the Annobonese diaspora lives here in Spain, which is why we're going to have this celebration here in Madrid. Just before things start, here are some of the issues that have driven the people of Annobon to seek independence. Life is currently incredibly difficult on Annobon. There's no regular supply of electricity or drinking water. There is no hospital. There is a health clinic, but it has few resources and, of course, often has no electricity. There is one school, but it stops at age 16. To finish high school, you need to go to the capital, 400 miles away. Just getting there is difficult. The government built an airport, but there are no flights. Ships come every few months, but the trip takes days, if you can get on board, and conditions are horrible. Most incredible of all, according to multiple reports, foreign companies have been given contracts to dump toxic and nuclear waste on or around Annobon. Asking the government of Equatorial Guinea to solve these problems is difficult, because the government of Equatorial Guinea is the problem. The world's oldest dictator and his extremely corrupt family have dominated the country since 1968. They spend lavish amounts of money on themselves, but make everyone else miserable. And the people they make the most miserable of all are the people of Annobon. The formal part of this event consisted of speeches by members of the Republic of Annobón government, in Spanish.
Que nos deje en paz.
My Spanish is pretty basic, but I did recognize the Annobonese Creole term Ambo Legado, which as well as being the name of the national organization means Free Annobon. I did understand two moments of President Bahé's speech. One was a proclamation officially banning the president of Equatorial Guinea, Teodoro Obiang, from setting foot on Annobon ever again.
Voilà. En el territorio de Annobón como personas no gratas.
This is a largely symbolic gesture, but not for the reason you might think. In the 42 years since President Obiang came to power, he's barely set foot in Annobon, making only a handful of extremely brief visits. And then the president said something totally unexpected. My name.
Don Fredo Rockwell. Fredo.
Thank you.
En el nombre de la República de Annobón, por el trabajo que está haciendo para nuestro pueblo, le damos este documento haciéndole ver que pertenece ahora a la familia annobonesa, a la República de Annobón.
So my honorary citizenship document is being signed. Thank you very much. It's such an honor. Yeah.
Annobón está en una situación de emergencia sanitaria y emergencia humanitaria y necesitamos apoyo y reconocimiento de todos los países del mundo, sobre todo de la ONU y de la UNPO, para ayudarnos a salir de esta crisis. La primera razón que justifica la independencia de Annobón es que cuando se dio la independencia de Guinea no se tuvo en cuenta la postura ni se consultó con el pueblo annobonés. La distancia geográfica ha hecho que el nuevo país, Guinea Ecuatorial, no tuviera ni siquiera infraestructuras para mantener 3 territorios a tanta distancia, porque de Guinea a Annobón son 3 días navegando. Y aparte de esto, los guineanos no conocían al pueblo annobonés, por tanto, era una incertidumbre que ha salido mal después de 56 años de convivencia imposible. Las torturas, las violaciones, las agresiones y sobre todo la maldad de agredir a niñas menores de edad ha hecho que decidamos no seguir ahí. No podemos seguir en un país donde todas las impunidades, todas las maldades son impunes, sin tener respeto a los derechos humanos, sin tener acceso al trabajo, ni siquiera a los estudios. Por tanto, no podemos seguir en este país por estas condiciones que nos han impuesto.
Mi nombre es Nando Bae, presidente de la República de Annobón. Pues en este evento hemos decretado al presidente de la República de Guinea Ecuatorial, a su esposa, por lo menos la que hace las veces de su esposa, aunque, bueno, y su hijo, como son personas nocivas, tóxicas, les hemos declarado personas non gratas, además prohibidos en el territorio de la República de Annobón, porque esta gente no hace más que buscar a exterminarnos. Sí, en realidad el pueblo annobonés, a pesar de las dificultades, es un pueblo muy alegre, porque es un pueblo natural. La naturaleza es la que ha forjado el carácter, el espíritu del annobonés, que no se rinde nunca y sabe que obtiene su victoria cada vez que insiste en hacerlo. Por eso nosotros estamos seguros de nuestra victoria, porque desde siempre nos han oprimido, nos han sometido, pero tenemos la lucha, además el conocimiento y la ciencia de nuestros padres en nuestro espíritu, en nuestro carácter. Así que estamos contentos porque sabemos por qué y hoy tenemos la posibilidad de tener un guía o unos guías, que es el gobierno de Ambulegat, para llevar nuestras voces a los 4 vientos. Y usted en su momento hizo un vídeo, aunque lo hizo en inglés, y todo el pueblo annobonés le estaba agradeciendo. Por eso usted, en el corazón de toda esta gente, es como un miembro de la familia y esto se respeta en Annobón. Si usted llega ahí ahora en Annobón, dirá, este es el señor de la bandera y todo esto. Le van a reconocer, así que, ojo, bienvenido a casa.
Okay, I've been handed a plate of Annobon birthday cake. I'm told this is made out of what in English we call cassava. It has a different name in Spanish, but that's a root which you find used in African cooking all over West and Central Africa. Happy birthday, Annobon. Here we go. Okay. It's not very sweet, but the texture is really nice. I have to say, why don't more independence movements celebrate with cake? Why isn't this done? It seems so obvious now. Happy birthday to your country. Get a piece of cake.
Bueno, lo que estaba intentando transmitir a mi pueblo es su identidad, ¿no? Que se libere del pasado y de los orígenes esclavistas ¿vale? Y que se identifique como un pueblo ya único, independiente, porque lleva muchos siglos viviendo ahí y ese es su hogar, ¿vale? Que se olvide ya del pasado, que tiene que identificarse como el pueblo annobonés auténtico y dueño de ese territorio. Está colonizado, pero no es una colonia. O sea, Annobon está dentro de Guinea Ecuatorial a la fuerza, porque España lo metió en el conglomerado que formó de Guinea Ecuatorial sin consultar al pueblo annobonés, con lo cual el pueblo annobonés está ahí sometido, como bajo la dominación de Guinea Ecuatorial.
Sepan reconocer el error del pasado y apoye al pueblo annobonés para que así pudiéramos salir del lugar donde nos están maltratando. Esto es muy importante para el pueblo annobonés, para el pueblo español y sería también importante para el mundo entero.
Añadir una pequeña cosa, que realmente nosotros aún seguimos, si lo miramos bien, seguimos bajo dominación de España, porque realmente no nos ha dado no nos ha descolonizado, ¿sabes? España tiene un papel muy importante ahora que tiene que asumir su responsabilidad histórica, reconocer este movimiento que estamos haciendo y darnos la descolonización, porque nos metió en Guinea Ecuatorial sin consultarnos y realmente es como si aún seguimos siendo españoles, o sea, bajo la dominación española, porque realmente no nos ha descolonizado.
Durante lo que queda de este año seguiremos luchando para que consigamos la totalidad de lo que es la libertad de mi pueblo, el pueblo de Annobon. Por lo tanto, Dios mediante, según la velocidad que estamos llegando, yo creo que para el próximo año mi deseo sería que en vez de que yo vuelva a celebrar el aniversario de mi país fuera de ello, que lo esté celebrando en mi propio país y que la población de mi país se sienta libre y que lo haga con más alegría. O sea, mi deseo es que el próximo año esa lucha termine y que estemos ya en nuestro territorio.
The Independence Day celebrations seem to be wrapping up. So the speeches finished at about 2:30, and music came on not long after that, and it's now almost 9 p.m.
¿Qué tal la fiesta? ¿Cómo has visto Annobon? ¿Qué te transmite nuestra lucha por la libertad?
That was an absolutely amazing Independence Day celebration because you guys danced for 6 hours. I was amazed. The music was brilliant, absolutely fantastic, and the food was good. Yeah, I'm exhausted though. Yeah, so absolutely fantastic.
Pues muchas gracias por venir de tan lejos y esperamos que para el año que viene estemos en Annobon ya.
Yes, happy to be with we this fantastic day. We are going to learn English, so the next time we make the interview fully, completely in English.
All right, okay.
Yes, okay.
Next time, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hello, America! Annobon's independence celebrations are over. I've come to Madrid Central Square, known as Plaza Mayor. I think this is an independence movement that, whatever your politics, you have to show sympathy for, because the people of Annobon have just had terrible things done to them, for the last century. They've been put into this group of colonies that really don't have anything to do with each other. That country that emerged, Equatorial Guinea, is dominated by one ethnic group, the Fang, and it's one of the worst dictatorships in Africa. It's one of the richest countries in Africa, so there's no excuse it doesn't have money, but it's one of the worst dictatorships. The people of Annobon have no school after the age of 16. They have no regular supply of electricity. The water turns black or dark brown when it rains, and it rains a lot. The airport is built, but it doesn't work because there's no electricity. There's no hospital. And there are all these reports of toxic waste that are in the media, but no one knows for sure, at least scientifically, because the Equatorial Guinea government doesn't let scientists come in and measure. But if you ask the people of Annobon, they will tell you there is toxic waste, nuclear waste, all sorts of terrible things. It's hard to think of another part of the world that has been neglected so badly by its government, a very distant government. If this isn't a non-self-governing territory, which is how the UN really defines colonies, then I don't know what is, because they don't govern themselves. They're not part of Equatorial Guinea other than in a sort of legal, technical way. They're not part of Equatorial Guinea in terms of culture or history. They only became part of it a few decades before independence. They speak a different language. They have completely different cultural roots. And the other thing about Annobon that I think is very appealing is it's a peaceful movement. They're asking the government of Equatorial Guinea to have a chat, to sit down and talk to them. There's no violence involved. They just want to make a case to the world to show that they deserve better. And whatever you think the solution is, they do deserve better. So yeah, check it out. Check out Ambo Legado's website. Get involved if you're at all interested. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Shortly after my visit to Madrid, Equatorial Guinea's dictatorial regime launched a repressive crackdown targeting the people of Annobon. On the 17th of July, a group of concerned citizens from Annobon signed a letter addressed to the government of Equatorial Guinea. They voiced a widespread and long-standing local concern about the extensive use of dynamite by a foreign construction company to clear land on the island. Besides the damage being caused to private homes, many worry Annobon's volcanic lake could be ruptured, causing an environmental catastrophe. The next day, in a rare use of the airport, government agents arrived on Annobon and arrested 19 of the letter's signatories. They were flown to Malabo and put in the capital's notorious Black Beach prison. The people of Annobon responded by taking to the streets in a series of peaceful demonstrations. Many wore strips of white cloth tied around their wrists as a symbol of protest. In response, the government shut down the island's internet connections and cut off all phone lines. On the 20th of July, 224 members of the Annobonese community in Malabo signed a petition asking for the prisoners to be released. This petition was rejected on a technicality, and the regime then began arresting those who had dared to sign it. Many of the newly arrested were accused of supporting Ambo Legado, and it's been reported that some of those accused of being supporters have been tortured during interrogations. On the 13th of August, 37 of the detainees were sentenced to prison following a closed-door trial. Because of the communications blackout, getting updates from Annobon itself is exceedingly difficult, but we know that conditions on the island were already extremely desperate before this latest round of repression. Annobon's struggle to survive is still ongoing and needs your support. For news updates or to donate to the cause, visit the Ambo Legado website.